Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cornelia TV Presents. We're at with the Southwest Women's Group today, and people have brought very delicious dishes to share with everyone today. And I just want to thank that angel in the background for giving me a piece of that cake. That was good, and I appreciate it. And we're going to move on and see what else is available. Thank you. Hello, Cleopatra. She has a website and she has a lot of nice things to show. Here's her information. You can visit her website at paparazziaccessories.com/240128. And these are some of the items that she, of course, this is for us. Sorry, you're going to miss this.
You need to be here to get this.
That's right. What? The items that she has for sale are very nice. $5, most of the things. So, even though you're not here at the event today, you can get this stuff online. Don't forget, this is Miss Cleopatra, and her information is right there. Thank you, Miss Cleopatra.
Thank you so much, and may you be blessed, because God is a good God.
Yes, He is.
Yes, so excited.
All right. Yeah, take 2 or 3. Go ahead, Mary.
Hi, Mary with Young Living Oils, Essential Oils, and we're here today to demonstrate the starter kit, which will give you 11 oils and this beautiful diffuser. And for $160, you can be on your way to wellness and relaxation and good health with Young Living Oils. And today, for sale on the table, we've got some really neat sprays and body butters that we've made with our essential oils that people can do at home once they get their own oils. It's really kind of a neat way to make your own products for health and beauty. We've got also a mineral makeup line called Savvy Minerals, which is becoming very popular. And we've got some roller bottles with different oil blends in them that people can roll on for maybe relaxation or sleep, or we've got cranky spray.
Oh.
Which is kind of a mood lifter. That's the cool thing about essential oils. They can lift your mood, they can relax you, they can energize you. You know, the citrus oils like orange and peppermint, they're so uplifting. And then you have an oil like lavender, which is so relaxing. And a lot of these oils are good for relieving pain, like frankincense, copaiba, all kinds of things like that. You can use on your knees, your feet, sore muscles. There's all kinds of great ways to use essential oils.
Wow.
It's pretty amazing.
Okay, do you have a website that you would like to share with our audience?
If you would just go to www.youngliving.com, and if you want to buy a kit, you can enter my enroller number. And do you want to take a picture of my car?
Oh, I'll zoom right in on it.
You can get that on there. You can order it. You can become a wholesale member. When you become a wholesale member, that means that you get to purchase additional oils for 24% off retail price.
Okay, we're going to have a conversation after this film is made.
Yes, ma'am.
Especially about that mineral oil stuff.
Yes, so that's a good savings for people that really want to get into and invest in Young Living Oils. I mean, what a great Christmas gift for yourself. I was talking to a lady the other day who said, I really want to get a kit from you, but I'm going to wait till December. And I said, that's okay. Merry Christmas to Catherine. So we're going to get people these wonderful essential oil kits in their homes so they can experience what essential oils can do for people.
Well, thank you for your time, Mary. And your setup is very beautiful. And I'm going to move on now, and I thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We've done some really unique and different things this year. I hope you all agree. If there's any ideas that you all have, I'm a phone call or email away. You know the rest of the steering committee. Let us know, because this is all about you. You know, we want you all to have things that you benefit from. You know, you take your time away from a more important piece of this puzzle. So we want things that benefit you and your careers. What we're going to do now is I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people signed up to speak. They each have 5 minutes to tell you about their business because they didn't have a type of business that would set up at a table. So they just want to tell you a little bit about who they are and what they do. And questions, if you all have got questions, ask them, unless...
Karen and I went to school together, so we've known each other for many years. So,
just
and I see a lot of
graduated
familiar faces with several other organizations that I belong to. So it's always good to get out in the community. Our hotel itself, we're getting ready to start our renovation. It'll start at the end of November, and we're slated to be complete in April of 2019. But it's a complete sleeping rooms renovation and a lobby refresh, so we're really excited about that. We just finished off with Breeders' Cup, was very successful, and now we're already looking towards Derby. A lot of exciting things going on at the expo, so that's where we draw most of our business from. But please let us know if any of your, we do a lot of different kind of groups. We do tournaments for, sporting groups. We do, corporate business rates. Christine works here. She's the director here, and she does all of the corporate type of rates and that sort of thing. So if there's anything that you might need, please let her know about that. Also, we have these meeting spaces that we do rent out. If you need something, let us know.
How many meeting spaces do you all have?
We have it's one big space.
Okay.
Each side is about 700
They're
square
all the
feet.
same size, it's
So,
1,300.
And you just take the air wall down?
Yeah, it's a
and
flexible
bigger
space is what we call it, so we can sit, that have a bunch of sleeping rooms that also are having meetings or breakfast or something like that, so. So even if your business itself might not have out-of-town sleeping rooms, you might have one of your children or your grandkids or whatever, that their parents are very active in a certain group or whatever, and maybe they might be bringing rooms in here for a tournament or anything. But if there's anything that you need as far as meeting space or sleeping rooms, just let me know. And again, welcome.
And you think you're eating right or you're doing all this working out, but nothing is changing. You're just changing the wrong way. So I kind of just give you an educational process. We do health classes. I have a series of a 13-week class that I teach. But one thing that I want to share is that we all go through a journey in life. In my journey to get me to this place, I was struggling with depression from a bipolar diagnosis for over 10 years. And in that depression, I was doing all these things that I didn't realize was affecting me negatively. So as we look about this right here, you see this fat, this is a fat pound, and this is a muscle pound. So you see there's a big difference there. So fat weighs more than muscle. So I was like 250 pounds at one time. And some of us, after 40, you gain weight and you think you're doing things right, and you don't know why, but that's because our body, the muscles start losing the ability to grow. And if we're not eating right or working out a little bit, not a lot, you're not building that muscle, you're just getting fat. And fat gets built up because there's toxins in our environment and what we eat and what we drink and what we put on our skin that they hide in because our body doesn't know what to do with it. So I kind of teach you on how we can eat to clean our body, eating clean, and good supplements to use for that, and stress, how to deal with stress. And then you kind of end up tapping into your fountain of youth. And then you look over and you look at your husband like, wow, things are different now because he and I did this together. So between the two of us, we lost like about 160 pounds. I lost about 50 pounds and 40 of that was fat. So all that, I lost a lot of inches. So it was really kind of a fun journey to do. And I really encourage for couples to do it together, but we work with everyone. And I've got little flyers here that talk about the program because it has a clinical study. I'm an engineer by background trade, so when you have some science behind something, and people are saying this thing works and this is how it helps, it's amazing. And we also have some great tools to help us track like our biometric metabolic age. How young are you on the inside? So it's just kind of a fun program, and it just gives us a chance to not be overburdened with the things around us. But feel free to take a flyer, and I meet on Tuesday nights. I have a class coming up at Fante's Coffee Shop from 6 to 7:30, so if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will definitely get you that information. Questions?
What's the rate for home mom, which I loved. And my husband was with
an insurance agency for 10 years and did really well with them, but was realizing that just because of the rating system at their corporate office, he was not able to help a lot of his policyholders stay with him. Their rates would jump up after a year and leave, unfortunately. Or someone would call him, and because they had a teenage driver, he was not able to help them. It was just too expensive. So given that, he decided to start his own independent insurance agency. So being that I was a stay-at-home mom, he asked if I would come out of retirement and help him. So we own Aspen Ridge Insurance. It's an independent insurance agency. And so I kind of just want to tell you guys a little bit about who we are, what we do, how we can help you, and then some like testimonials of folks that we've been able to help. That had 10 years experience in it, and as the marketing lady, I've been in marketing for about 13 years. We offer home, life, auto, home, life, business insurance, renter's insurance, if you have like an ATV, things of that nature. We offer a lot of different items. How we can help you. We can help you provide the best value for all of your personal and business insurance needs as both a new policyholder and an existing policyholder. Why you should choose us. One of the most important things that I tell people about using an independent insurance agency is that we work for you and not the insurance company, right? So when someone just works for one, they have one quote for you. If their rate goes up, it's, well, let me check this again, and here's the new quote, good or bad, you know? With us, we have 21 different carriers that we can search through as far as options go. So we are able to offer a lot more options to folks. We find the best value in trying to sell one person's company's product. And as your insurance, as your needs and markets change, we're able to help you even if one particular company is no longer the right fit for your needs. And then these are just some examples of how we help people lately. So one family had a 16-year-old son that needed to add to their policy. He was a new driver, and after calling their insurance company, they found out that the whole policy was going to go up $400 a month. So whatever they were paying, it was jacked up $400 each month. So Joel quoted them a couple of weeks ago, and we've been able to save them $1,500 a year.
Wow.
So that was, and this woman is just so thankful that she thought she was just going to have to accept where they were, and that, you know, he's 16 and it is what it is, you know, with teenage drivers. But we were able to help her. Earlier this year, before we started our own agency, when Joel worked for another company, we had quoted someone that had a really good auto rate with their insurance company. But they were curious if they could get a better deal. So he checked them, and we couldn't help him then. So they reached out to us recently, now that we can write for multiple carriers. And we were able to add much needed liability and protection to them. So they were underinsured with where they were. So he was able to add liability protection. He added an umbrella policy, and he saved them $600 a year. So that's a huge thing. And then the last one is the current company wanted to charge them $7,800 a year. This was just somebody yesterday. And when they added their 16-year-old son and an older car with just liability, our quote is half of that. So Joel, no risk in getting a quote. All right, thank you. Thank you.
And what I do. We take care of people with Alzheimer's and other forms of dementia. We have a residential community. That means someone can actually move in there and they have a wonderful quality of life. The caregivers, the family caregivers are relieved of the burden, and they can go back to just being the family. Our families are very satisfied and very grateful and wish they hadn't waited so long to make the decision. But another thing that's available, maybe somebody doesn't want to actually just move in, but they're a caregiver at home. This is the perfect time of year to think about a respite stay. The holidays are coming up. You know, they really would like to take a break to clean house because family's coming in from out of town, or they really need to do some shopping, but I really can't take Bob with me or Dad with me or Mom with me. Excuse me, shopping anymore is just too much for them, too much for me. Call Heartsong, arrange a respite stay. We normally have a 7-day minimum. We'll consider a shorter stay as kind of a holiday special. But it needs to be more than just one night, you know, because it's an admission process with doctor's orders and so forth. But that respite stay, I have some people who do them once a month. I have people who do them once a quarter just to get a break. It's like a staycation, you know. And it's like sending mom or dad or husband or whatever, wife to a bed and breakfast with nursing service. That's what I like to call it. So we do offer the respite stays, and everything at residential is private pay. The other really exciting thing, and this is the part of our business that we're growing, is our adult day service. The concept is very similar to children's daycare. You know, you pay so much, you come in the morning, you leave in the afternoon. Some people are dropped off, some people we pick up and drop off on our bus. But it's community-based long-term care. But it's more than a senior center, because a senior center, you can come and go as you please. You kind of know what you're doing. You drive there, you look at the schedule and say, I want to do Zumba, or I want to do crafts or whatever. This is for people that cannot make those choices for themselves, but they really would benefit from the socialization, being with other people, having something meaningful to do, you know, gives them a sense of purpose. It helps fight depression. I mean, if they're sitting at home watching television or following you around all day long, it's just not good for either the caregiver or the person. So adult daycare is the most wonderful thing. It's private pay. It's in the neighborhood of $70 to $75 a day all around town. Ours is $74, unless you come 5 days a week, prepay it's $66. But Medicaid pays for adult daycare. So even if you know somebody who says, I don't quite qualify for Medicaid, what is there for me? There is the option with the home and community-based waiver that if you just barely, you know, if you make just over the amount of money to qualify for Medicaid, you can actually have a copay and still come to adult daycare. Spread that word. Help us help people out in the community. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Currently owned and operated. My husband and I own the one on Dixie Highway. All of the Sign-A-Ramas get along, but we're all different. We have our own owners, we have our own specialty areas. So if you have a question and you have something you need done, please call me. I can direct you in the right direction. But our Sign-A-Rama does interior and exterior signage of all kinds. Be that directional signage, banners, yard signs. We just did all the Norton Children's Hospital rebrand with all the new balloons and the great big stuff on the channel letters on the sides of the buildings. So we just finished that up. We just finished a multi-state, multi-location rebrand for Hilliard Lions. So we can handle large-scale, multi-location projects to someone who needs a birthday banner and anywhere in between. We have new equipment. We have lots of fun things in our office that we can do. Please feel free to stop by anytime. I want to talk about a couple things really quickly. Most of you are business owners in this room. What's the one thing you have to keep your business going?
Customers.
Customers, which brings in
Revenue.
revenue. You got to have cash. You have to have cash flow. You have to be able to pay for things as you make things. You have to have money to be able to do marketing and advertising. So we have a couple of things that I want to tell you about really quickly that will help you keep your cash flow. One of those is trade show materials. A lot of you don't realize, but we do a lot of trade show materials, whether it be table drapes, table runners, to large-scale booths that you might see at a large-scale trade show. Those things can be really expensive, especially if you don't know exactly what you want. We can help you rent those materials if you need to. So if you have a large-scale trade show that you're going to, we can help you design your facility and rent the hardware for that booth. You still have to pay for your graphics because those are specialty items for you. But if you chose to keep that booth, you'd still have those graphics with it. And that way you could see if it works for you before you invest thousands of dollars into a large-scale booth display. The other thing that we can do that a lot of people don't realize is a lot of you have your buildings for your businesses. Well, you don't necessarily own those outright because they're expensive, right? So you finance them. Large-scale signage, the channel letters on the front of this building, the large-scale monuments you see outside of health service centers, schools, churches, those can all be expensive, and you don't necessarily have the cash flow to utilize those all at one time. So we have something we call financing. We have specific, I know you're laughing. Everybody laughs when I say that word.
I like it.
You like it, but we have companies we work with that will finance signage for you. So how that works is we design your sign. You have a $50,000 set of channel letters you need, or $50,000 monument. Instead of having to pay us 50% up front and 50% when we're done, we work with the company. You finance the thing through the company, and we can get you down to like, $1,100 a month for 5 years. So it gives you the cash flow you have to have in your pocket. The company pays us 50%. When they pay us the other 50%, we're done, and then you work directly with that financing company to finance those large scale things that you have. So those are two ways we can keep money in your pocket, which is important when you're business owners. So I'm going to stop. Are there any questions?
You have 20. My other team members speak to you about how you can become a better writer. I hope that you were able to use some of those tips. If you weren't at that meeting, I'm going to pass cards around. Feel free to email me, and I'll be glad to send you the information that we distributed at that meeting. But I'm really here today to talk about what we can do right now to be writing for you. This is a busy time of the year. We know that you're trying to wrap up a lot of projects, you're trying to get work done for your clients, and you may not feel you have time to do some of those other things that are important to you, like thank you to your clients, to your customers. You might be thinking, I'd like to send out a thank you letter to them here at the end of the year, talking about how much I've appreciated their business, what kinds of things we've been able to accomplish this year, and what we have in store for 2019. So that's one option. If you have some thoughts as to what you might do for that kind of a letter, but just really don't trust your grammar, don't trust the time that you have to commit to that project, this is a time where you can outsource that by calling on us to be writing for you. So I hope that you'll keep that in mind. I know a lot of you also like to do an annual report to your customers, to your board members, so forth. That's again something that we can do. Our business offers a 1-hour complimentary meeting with you. So we're able to sit down with you, find out what your needs are, and talk about ways that we might be able to assist you in addressing those needs. So if you'd like to sign up for a 1-hour complimentary with the idea that you might be interested in hiring us to be writing for you, then give us an email, talk to me after the meeting today. Be glad to talk with you about how we could work together. Our basic rate, it's the same for everything. We charge $50 an hour, regardless what kind of writing project that we might be doing. Thank you so much, and happy holidays to everybody.
Question, how many people here work out of an office, a brick and mortar office? Raise your hand. How many people work out of their home? A few more. How many people have some combination, what we might call a flexible work arrangement? A few of you?
Coffee shop.
Yeah, a coffee shop, exactly. So all of those scenarios represent the way the workplace has changed in recent years. Everybody used to go to the office. Some of us clocked in, not that way anymore. A lot of you are entrepreneurs and small business owners, and you might work out of your home. So Regis has been around since the 80s, and they are here for a very good reason. We serve a need that is not being met by traditional real estate space. If you've ever looked at real estate space, I heard Cynthia mention that, it's expensive. They want a commitment, typically 5 years to sign a lease. And if you called a realtor to ask for their help and you just needed a small space for 1 or 2 people, they'd probably say, I don't have that, for you. I have 10,000 square feet, and you don't need 10,000 square feet. So what Regis has provided, and I have 3 centers here in town. I have one downtown on 4th Street, right in the heart of 4th Street Live. I have one on Hurstburn Lane, another big center of town. And then my newest one's in Prospect near, does anybody know where Cabela's, Costco, World of Beer? I'm surprised how many people know where World of Beer is, but there are a lot of people who know. We're right above there. So what we do is we rent office space for, you know, like you would think, a private office. And we rent suites, team spaces, but we also have virtual offices. We have part-time offices for those people, Sonny, who are meeting in coffee shops. You might be discussing, maybe Suzanne's discussing insurance, some very, you know, highly private and confidential information, and that's not necessarily the best place to meet clients. Or if you, like me, and you've gone to meet clients at a coffee shop, you can't get a seat sometimes at those places, and you plan to meet the client. So we do offer meeting spaces as well. You can actually rent our boardrooms, our conference rooms, by the hour or by the day. And some of them have video conferencing. We do a lot of court depositions and things like that in there. So if you're looking for a place to host a small meeting, I would say anywhere from 8 to 15. Those are good places to meet. And then, of course, those are services that our clients, our regular clients, share. We have some free meeting spaces as well. So our offices, you might ask, how much does it cost? We start at around $500 a month for a private office, and it's fully furnished. It includes your utilities, your phone, your internet, both wired and wireless, 24/7 access. And all of our centers, we call them centers or communities, are fully staffed during the hours of 8:30 to 5. So if you've got clients coming in and you've reserved a meeting room, we will greet your clients, we will offer them a beverage, we will get them seated. We will call you and we will say, Sonny, your appointment's here, waiting in the room for you. And that's how we work. A lot of you guys, small businesses, don't have a big support staff. You're doing everything yourself. That's why you need Writing for You, and that's why you need some of these other things, services that we have. But you can't afford to hire a receptionist and admin. Our services are free. We handle all your mail, receive your packages, handle your outgoing mail. We have a shared copier. We have a fully equipped kitchen with, knives and forks and plates and a refrigerator and a microwave, in a lounge, a meeting room. So I would love to invite everyone to come for a tour at one of our facilities. If you know someone who is looking for office space, we pay a $500 referral fee. How great is that? So, is it my time or something else? Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
So,
about 45 seconds.
So $500 referral fee if you know someone who's looking for office, and we are a very good place to help people grow their business. We're kind of that stair step between the person who is not yet ready to go full bore and sign their life away on a 5-year lease and with thousands of dollars a month, but you've grown out of your home. Maybe you're lonely. It's a lonely place to be, working out of your home and not be around other business people. So there's some energy around that too. We do have co-working. We have mailboxes starting at $39 a month. Are you advertising your home as your business? That is dangerous. You don't want customers to know where you live. A mailbox for $39 a month will when people Google you, and everybody Googles everybody, they will see a nice, beautiful building instead of, Lollipop Court, So that's probably the best bargain we have, and that's how a lot of people start, with a mailbox or some form of virtual office with maybe 2 days a month, 5 days a month, 10 days a month. So yes, you can be part-time with us, and that's how we kind of help companies grow.
Okay, today I'm going to sing a song for you. I wrote it for Southwest Women's Group. And it goes something like this. Thank y'all for being friendly. We travel roads to meet again. Our hearts are true. We are pals, we are confidants. So as you host this meeting, inviting everyone to grow, women come and we have a lot of fun, and I get a chance to film, thank you for trusting in me. Thank you very much.
So you get to start all our meetings that way going forward.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my business. It's a simple little business. For many centuries, people who have caring hearts come up with clever ways to reach those in need. No one should be exempt from hearing the truth. Jesus often told parables instead of mentioning who he was. Authority figures usually were not receptive and became more devilish when he attempted to say who he was and why he was sent here. I too have a mission and a purpose: to entertain whomever will listen, to join forces with other dream chasers so we all can become winners. My passion is to demonstrate through art the earth is a wonderful dwelling place. If we are good to the earth will be good to us. What a wonderful world it would be if we all could stand and live by this philosophy. My goal: to entertain children and the young at heart using a non-violence approach. Reaching out to our communities using teaching methods that inspire doing the right things at the right times. Entertainment to lift the spirits of the sick, lonely, or brokenhearted by verbal communication or singing per your request. Awareness messages to protect citizens from danger, disease, and unexpected mayhem. I am prepared to make your special event special. My products include DVDs that amuse, delight, and educate. Now, some projects are Christian themes. Shh, that's a secret. Others are for a mature audience because of the dialogue and story contents. My target groups are schools, churches, community centers, nursing homes, and the homes of interested parties, people who have an interest in fun and wholesome engagements. The end results: an opportunity to share my projects, productions within the communities and abroad. Thank you very much for your time.
I have a question.
Oh,
Who
okay.
are some of your current customers?
I've done things for the church, you all, this is a trial run. I've done weddings, birthday parties, baby showers, concerts that, they have to, the music has to be, copyrighted in theirs. I've done concerts. I film nature. I've got stories on YouTube. That's where this story's gonna be placed. And I got kitty cats playing, and I do eclipse stories, and I just chase goodness. And I try to have a positive channel. I think today they show women too valiantly. We've always got to be the psychopath, the husband stealers, the this, the that. But I want to show the good in us, because there's good in everybody, and that's what I search for. So I got tons of dream chasers on there. I've got people cooking. There's this friend, I call her Auntie Stella. She's making chicken and dumplings. My camera's all in that pot. Oh, and boy, was they good. Ooh-wee. And so some businesses, the Black Italian, I've got over 121 stories.
Okay.
So I'm dancing, I'm singing, other people do stuff, I got skits.
Thank you.
Everything's on there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it for today at my hotel, Home 2 Suites, from 8 to 10 is what we originally had said we were going to do our committee meeting for next year. Is there anybody that is interested of being a part of the committee that's not on it? Please raise your hand.
Who is on the committee right now?